the newest Pokemon set, Battle Partners, was just announced, and we have our first official look at the set. We're going to start off by taking a look at the pack artwork. Now, we don't have a ton to look at, but we're going to do kind of like a little deep dive in what we know, what we can expect, cards that come to mind when I start to think of what this set could be. But we're just going to analyze this pack art just for a second. So the trainers that we have featured are Hop, Lily, and Iono. Now you got Bellibolt here. There's Clefairy. There's going to be Hop has the Zacian, Zamazenta, N has the Zoroark, Reshiram. So we've known about this set for quite a while now. I think since like mid 2024, but this is our first official look at it. Obviously, this is the Japanese side. So just to clear things up, Battle Partners was just revealed at the Japan Champions League Osaka, where we first learned about this set in July. So as of now, only the booster pack art was shown, except for a few cards that we've seen on the English side. There should be some more cards being revealed tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably try and post a video on that. But the pack art reveals Iono's Bellibolt EX, and Zoroark EX, Lily's Clefairy EX, and Hop's Zacian EX. So we know from the product listing that Iono will be featured in the set. It's accessories. So this is a theme that goes back to old Pokemon, the owner's Pokemon, which originally debuted in 2000's Gym Heroes. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the video. And we've seen, so Journey Together is what the English set is going to be called. Battle Partners cards in our Journey Together set. So the English set will come out in March, but the Japanese will be in January. So we already saw this at the Worlds events. We saw N's Reshiram. So like, look at this card. This is a stunning looking card, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about N and the Reshiram coming up in a second, but I just wanted to go over what we know. We got Lily's Clefairy, so you can see this is similar to the older cards where you have just the Pokemon here. It's just totally a normal card, and then you have like, oh, it's Lily's. It's just a little trainer stamp on the card. Same thing with Marnie's Grimmsnarl. You have the trainer here, and it says Marnie's name up there, right? That's pretty much what the older cards were, and I'm going to show you those in a second. Like here's a normal N's Reshiram. There he is. He's chilling, right? And the Zoroark. So that in and of itself doesn't do anything for me. Like, cool, the trainers' names are there, but cards like this is where it starts to excite me. I think that potentially this set has some pretty big potential. Now, we also have the Japanese TCG schedule just real quick. January 24th, Battle Partners. February 21st, there's a starter set, few starter sets coming out. I don't know how that's going to translate to English. The Japanese to English side is weird. Sometimes that's a little off. But March, Heatwave Arena. 18th of April, The Glory of Team Rocket. No set for May. And then June, Black Bolt and White Flare, which would be the black and white cards. So when I first saw this, pack art's fun, by the way. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the pack arts. I think it's fine. I think it's fun. I'd be interested to see some other pack arts, but for the English side, see what the English side looks like. But we have to wait for that. But when I saw this is what I went to first. This is where my mind went to. The very first thing, I went to this Zacian V and the Zamazenta V. Now, this is a trainer gallery card from Astral Radiance, and you can see Hop with the Zacian holding the sword. He's reaching out to him. It's not a very expensive card, but this is where my mind went. This is the first one that came to mind. We'll talk about the card, too, just real quick while we're here. It's about a $7 card. Not too crazy. We'll zoom out the chart here a little bit. It did run up all the way to 8. It's kind of back down to like 6, 7. But a year ago, it was around 5. So, I mean, it's a decent card. You know, I think it's cool. I like this one. I like this one better than this one. So this is the Zamazenta V. This card's up 14%. It's around a $3 card. Nothing crazy as well. But when I see Hop, this is what I go to. So these are the cards I have to go off of that. So yeah, I definitely prefer the Zacian to this Zamazenta personally. Let me know which one you guys like better, but we'll just take a look at the chart real quick. It is up 45% on the year, but from a low of $2 up to about 4, came back down to high 2s and back up to almost 4. Most recent sale though, around 9, so that's interesting. I don't know if the news of this is going to yeah, I don't think the news of these cards is really going to drive these prices up, but it's something to keep an eye on. Okay. Next up, then I went to N and Reshiram, and I wanted to look at some of these older cards. This is Cosmic Eclipse. Check out this card. So this card is pretty sick. Reshiram and Zekrom with the trainer with N in the middle. This card's pretty cool. This is a $120 card if you're not familiar from Cosmic Eclipse. We don't really talk about some of the older like Sun and Moon era stuff on the channel as much as we should and as much as I want to. This card's up 18% in the past 3 months from a low of 96 up to 120. There's only 10 copies available. Last sold was actually like 130, 129. And we'll zoom out to the 1 year. 21% growth. So the low was around 90. It had a recent pop-off. This is another card that I could see running just based off of the news of this new set. So just keep that in mind. Just a cool card, right? So this I like a lot. I almost like this better than the other official one that we saw. Same thing with this card. So once again, you got N with the Reshiram and Zekrom just chilling here. He's a lot smaller in this one. So I think between the two, I'd probably take this one personally, but this one's cool as well. This card's up 54%. It's only $24, but went from a low of 15 up to, about 25 recently. 44 copies available. And the 1 year chart's looking pretty good, 113%. Once again, these cards could run from this set being announced, especially once we start to get the English reveals. A low of 11 up to 24. So that's pretty good gains on the Reshiram and Zekrom. So you'll notice on these cards too that it's not N featured. It's not a trainer Pokemon. He's just in the card. Okay. Same thing with the Zamazenta. He's just in the artwork. It's not named or anything, right? So, the name doesn't really mean a lot, but having both, I don't know. We'll see. So the set, it's leaving a lot to be desired. But in defense of the set, I would say, like, I'll use Prismatic as an example. When we hadn't really seen any of the Prismatic, before we saw any of the card reveals, I kind of was on the fence a little, like, I don't know. And once we saw the art, so, hopefully the Pokemon Company will knock this out of the water. I also thought of this card. So this is a Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery, the Zekrom here. You got him riding him. This card's fun. It's super cheap. Not very popular. It's like a sub $3 card. But artwork wise, I think it's very cool. Still got the yellow borders on this because this was Sword and Shield. So yeah, I feel like the yellow borders, in hindsight, the yellow borders kind of take away from a lot of these cards. Sometimes it pops too much. I don't know. So I think I'm kind of glad we're done with the yellows. I didn't think I would feel that way. I thought I would feel a little bit more nostalgic, but when I go back and look at it, I don't really like the yellow on it. This card is up 136% in the past year from a low of $1 up to, high twos. And last sold, there are some in the threes. So this is another card that continued to move. I don't think it's going to have crazy gains, but there's 215 copies available on TCG. So this is kind of where my mind went with Hop and N. Then when it came to the Belly Bolt, just seeing the Belly Bolt on there, this is exact. I literally was like, oh, that IR. I couldn't remember what set it was from. It's from Obsidian Flames. The Belly Bolt IR, him just chilling with his light on. And once again, this is a little derpy silliness. I'm not saying that the Belly Bolt's going to be like this in the set. I don't know. It's where my mind went. When you bring me this information, I'm just connecting the dots. This is a sub $2 card. It's not very popular. It was as low as $1.29 in the past 3 months, and as low as 94 cents in the past year. So anyways, it's not about the price of this card. There's 610 copies available, by the way. Just bringing up where my mind has gone. Now, when it came to Grimmsnarl, my mind went nowhere. There's just not a lot of cards. So when you search Grimmsnarl, this is the best we got. We got a Darkness Ablaze. We got a shiny from Shining Fates, a few of those. Darkness Ablaze. It's, I used him in the game, but like, he hasn't gotten any good cards. I would say artwork wise, maybe like the Stellar Crown one the most. I don't know. They're not very good. So maybe I don't know what to expect. I don't really particularly like the Pokemon a ton. So I don't know. It's kind of a reach. I feel like when we're looking, there's nothing here. There's nothing to go off of. So pretty much anything they give us will be better than what we've had. So the Grimmsnarl, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Then when it comes to Lily, there's not a lot about Lily card wise that I could really find, except for my mind went to just the really. I was like, what's the really expensive one? The Ultra Prism. It's like $500. It's up 10%. It went from 440 to almost 500, like 490. So yeah, this card, and once again, I'm not a trainer guy. Like I don't hate, like if you like this card, if you have this card, I don't hate on you for it, but I just don't get it. Like 500 for this? Are you kidding me? I would rather get a lot of other cards before this. It's only up 6% on the year, though. I thought it's been tanking. Went from 460 down to a low of 380. So 380 up almost to 500 is pretty solid gains. 19 copies available on the Lily. I don't really know what to expect for Lily. So the set has me like I don't know what to do. However, we're going to get into basing it off some old sets in a second. And then Iono, when I think of Iono, she's in the anime too, the new one, but I also think of just this card, the Paldea card, and it's down 6%, and I just think of this, I just think of her eating food. So, I don't know. I'm a little flabbergasted, kind of is the word, but I just don't know what to expect. So, like I said, I really don't have much expectations, but I just hope that they do it good. And like, I don't really have like the nostalgia or the appreciation for these trainers in any way. Really, I don't really care that much. And that brings me back to this. So this is the Gym Hero set, the first set that did it with the trainers. So if you're not familiar, we'll zoom in on this guy. We'll click on this one. And so we have the Blaine. This is what the cards were, right? We'll take a look at them. So this was in 2000. You have the Blaine's Moltres, and it was just the Blaine. Like, he's just down there in the corner. It's his Moltres. He's not featured on the card, right? So that's all it was, okay? And it wasn't anything crazy, but I will say this. There was something about the artwork style on the trainer that just was different. It was just better to me. Like, I love, like, Brock's Rhydon, the Clefable, the Dragonair, even the Vileplume. Like, we'll talk about, like, so this is what kind of attracted me to this set, is just the artwork was just so good, in my opinion. And, like, we are in an ad here. I am so sorry. So, like, Erica's Vileplume, like, just some of the, it was kind of like some of the dark Pokemon a little. They just were like different versions of these cards that I really like. So I don't know how much of this is going to make it into the set. We'll take a look at like Rocket's Moltres, Rocket's Scyther. Absolutely love this artwork. Then you had some trainer cards that were like fine, you know, they were cool. Even the normal cards, I liked Brock's Golem. You know, like, you guys get where I'm going with this. It's just all of the artwork on these cards was just cool. Just the trainers Pokemon. I don't know. They just were all different. They were all good from my perspective. Misty's Poliwhirl, like, they were just, you know, like, Blaine's Charmander. I like the Ponyta. Like, I just liked them all. I don't know. It's probably mostly nostalgia, but most definitely the artwork. Like, okay, so then we started to get into a few that aren't. Like, the Seal's a little derpy, but the art style of the Hollows for sure is just, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Like, the Sabrina's Gengar, that card's insane. Yeah, so this is what, when I think of, when they're referencing, especially when they reference, like, the older sets that did this is what I think of. And it was just a little trainer at the bottom and just cool art. So that's kind of what I hope. We also have a little other news, nothing big, but just touch on it at the end of the video. We got some stamped promos coming out of Japan, an extra Battle Day tournament that they're doing on January 1st with the booster pack with some promos. I don't know if we're going to get this English side, right? But just some stamped. I know there's a lot of people who love stamped promos, so we got this, we got Girafarig, we got the bat. Like, it's nothing crazy here, but I just wanted to bring it up at, you know, kind of towards the end of the video. I'm not going to click on these other ones. You know, it's a freaking headband with a stamp. So you guys get it. But yeah, that's something that's coming as well. Just tuck that into the end real quick. Just so in summary, to bring it back, I'm a little excited because, like I said, because of my respect for the older trainer sets, because of what those did, how different they were in my eyes. But at the same time, I don't have the appreciation for the new trainers, really. Like maybe Hop, like a little, but it's not the same for me. It's like he's not Sabrina, he's not Blaine, not Koga, not Brock. Like, so I don't know how good this set's gonna be in it, but if they hit it out of the park with the artwork and everything, it totally can save itself. I'm a little reserved, and so. But yeah, I've done that before. I've done that before with Prismatic, and then we saw everything, and it really grew on me, and I'm like super stoked for it now. But that's just kind of my vibe I'm getting. And also, we haven't really gotten a lot, like just kind of the pack art and a few English cards. But like the Ends Reshiram, the English one, the nice like SIR, whatever it's gonna be, IR, I don't know. I didn't check actually. Does it say what the? It does not say anything on it. So, whatever that is, like for me, if that's, I'm not going to be, as the collector side of me. Sorry, let me specify that. The collector side of me, I'm not going to be scooping that thing up unless it's like relatively cheap, just because it's not doing much for me. So that's kind of where I'm at about the set. I'm kind of rambling, so I'm going to just end this one. But new cards, new sets, always exciting for new sets. But yeah, that's it. This one is leaving something to be desired. Let me know if you guys agree. Like, am I just way off here? Do you agree? Do you not? Just, you don't even care? I don't know. You clicked on the video, so you must care a little. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Probably tomorrow. Maybe we'll have some actual card reveals. I don't know. But that'd be nice. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.